Hello everyone, it's Klei again. Um, Welcome to our 8th episode of Oxygen Unincluded. So as I mentioned on my last episode, I upgraded a little bit the Draco farm that we constructed. So I made some stalactite, I guess we could call it, in order to increase the time that the Dracos will spend into the hydrogen. So we used the idea that the hydrogen is lighter than all the other gases, so it will fill up all those little pockets. And the Dracos, like you can see here, they're just stuck in there and get all their scale. Where's the scale? Right here. So the scale increase because they're in hydrogen. And reduce the amount of time that they'll spend in the little pocket of carbon dioxide down here. So one other thing that I did, I started using the robo miners because I unlocked a few technologies. So they're pretty neat. They let you dig really high, really wide. It all does it on its own, and all the material just falls onto the ground. So I just move them slightly to get all that area cleared out. So I'll be able to build, and I'll probably just jump the robo miner over and over until we reach something that's we don't want. Like when we get to that water, we'll have to figure out a way to get that water out of there. We got lots of hatchlings going. They're all just here, just waiting to go and die and go and barbecue. Slowly upgraded these ones here. We unlocked the auto sweepers, so the principle behind it is that they will pick up all the material that you want and load up the conveyor loaders, and then the loaders will like right here. So it fills up the loader. Loader puts it on the track. Track goes all the way here to the receptacle, and this sweeper will take the coal that's in here, put it either into the coal generator or into the storage bins that are here. So doing that will just ensure that our coal generator always have coal without the dupes needing to go down here. So it will reduce the chances that we lose power. I was in the process of putting auto sweepers pretty much everywhere. I want to put one here so it can pick up the food and bring it all the way over here to the electric grill. But I'm gonna hold on to that. Get the maybe probably in between the next sessions or something like that. Other than that, I made a little pocket for the Paku farm that I want. So we got here. There's gonna be the Pakus that are just gonna be dumping an egg, dying, and then we're gonna get the fillet, and we'd use the fillet to feed our dupes. So this one, yeah, this guy here is the one that we're gonna be feeding, and hopefully he's gonna give us more than one egg, so we can fill up this one here. So the idea is that to get this kinda automated, so we never have to go in there. So I'm gonna start with putting a sweeper in here, so you'll be able to guys see a little bit how they work. So all the squares that are light, they're the range that the sweeper has. So I'm gonna go like this here, so it can cover the whole pocket. It's gonna require power, obviously. So just run some power, increase the priority, so we get things done. Also, I was in the process of building gas reservoirs down here to store a little bit of the carbon dioxide to lower the level without destroying it, because like you can see with the overlay, there's a little pocket of chlorine that goes into our plant and stops the growth from time to time. That's because the carbon dioxide have reached a level pretty high into our base, since our dupes are breathing, and all the little other like the coal generator and the little pockets that we keep breaking, like those here. So I'm gonna try to store a little bit. The gas reservoir can take a few 100 kilos, I think, 150. Yeah, it can take 150. So that's like 150 squares. So it will remove probably 2-3 lines of carbon dioxide for now. Be able to store it here, and eventually we'll be able to use it for something. Probably feed the larvas to get the coal out of it. Sorry, oil out of it. So speed up the time so we get things done. We go a little slower. So the idea is that this guy here is gonna pick up the fry eggs and is gonna try to put it on that chute so it gets dumped into the bigger reservoir. But to do so, we're gonna need shipping. So we need a loader. So we'll put the loader right here. The loader also requires power. So I got a little scaffolding for them to work out. Neat thing, the sweeper just put all the copper because there was some laying on the ground floor, so it just needs someone to come and build it. So come on, priority 6. So it's gonna gonna use it first to take up all the garbage from here and just dump it here. And eventually this is all gonna be cleared out. Same, we're gonna use the sweeper here to pick up all the Paku fillets here and send it over here to the lid grill. Because you can see it takes 100 kilocalories of fillets and it gives you 1600, so it's 60% increase just for cooking it. The issue is getting a large enough supply for everyone to be able to feed from it. But yeah, so this one here, gonna have a conveyor. So I'm gonna go, the conveyor is gonna go like, gonna output it here. I'm gonna put a shut off. So the idea of shut off is gonna be preventing the conveyor just sending the eggs. Sorry, it's gonna prevent the eggs from going over here if there's already 2 animals in here. So the Paku and its eggs, then if that's I'm losing my word this morning. So start again. So the sweeper is gonna pick up everything in here. Gonna load up the loader. The loader is gonna be outputting everything onto the rails. The rails will go through the shut-off. If the shut-off is open, it will go up and into this little area here. It's gonna be a little pocket. We're gonna leave an egg. Also, and if there is more than 2 animals, which means that we have too many eggs, so the eggs is gonna instead be sent to the chute into the bigger reservoir. So, priority 6, make this happen. Let's go 7 just to make sure. So I don't know if I got anything else that's high priority. That's all 5. That's good. And another research. What was I researching? Oops, I clicked on it, so I probably won't be able to see it anymore. But yeah, we got a few more. Oh yeah, I remember what I got. I got smelting, so we can get the metal refinery. It will allow us to generate higher, not higher, but to refine the metals without using, without losing 50% of our mass, because that's what we do right now with the rock crusher. But as you can see, it takes 100 kilos of copper ore and only gives us 50 kilos of copper and another 50 kilo of sand. So it's not efficient, but doesn't really generate heat, because the refinery does generate a lot of heat and makes it really hard for it to work. Because it can be heating up the zone, it's going to be heating up the liquid. If you let it go for too long, your water comes into steam. Becomes a lot of issues. So gonna be a critter sensor. That's what I needed. So this one here, I'm gonna just put it there. It's gonna read the amount of critters and critter eggs inside this little room. So depending if it sends, I've never used them before, but if it sends a red or green signal, it'll activate and deactivate our shut off. So let them build everything. There we go. There we go. I should have enough gold a little bit everywhere to be able to get all of that. Metal ore. Oh yeah, 26 tons. We got lots of gold. Okay, and we have the automation wire. Yeah. So we're gonna send a green signal if we are below 2. So now we should be sending a red one. So the shut off is off, so everything that comes here should go through the chute. I'm gonna use that right now just to clear up everything. Oops. Before I do that, not the egg. I want the egg to stay there. So now everything that was in here laying around is all gone in here. Oh, we need power for the shut off. This, once again, priority 9. So the shut off will be able to work, and we're gonna see if it works. So I'm gonna get a little mesh tile right here, and a conveyor chute. Where's the chute? One thing that's important is that the sweeper is not able to pick up the egg again. Because if it did, well, it would simply just pick up the egg, send it back into the chute. It would just be a long run of nothing happening. But since it's still in the same room, this one should still be able to count the fry egg. It also never leaves the room, so we'll see how that works. So right now it sends a red signal. So it won't work the way I want it. So let's go with below 3. So now it's green. So this is open. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Because I'll end up having 3 at all times. I guess it's not terrible. Well, we'll see if that works. So I'm gonna remove this and critter eggs. So I want him to pick up all the type of eggs. So the egg is now out of reach. So this guy here is gonna incubate. So it's gonna take about 5 days for it to hatch. Now the next thing we're gonna want to be able to feed this Paku. So we're gonna need a fish. Where is? Nope, not to release. A fish feeder. So there's a fish feeder. Right here. So the fish feeder, you're gonna put a little bit of algae in there, and it should be able to feed this guy. And will increase the amount of times, or the amount of the amount of times it's going to give us an egg. So this here, almost built. Then we're going to say, I want you to feed the Pakus with algae. I'm going to reduce the amount, because I don't want that much algae in here. Next, if you want it to be fully automated, we can have a receptacle that's gonna be right here with conveyor bridge. And then we'll be able to bring the algae through conveyor to this receptacle here, and that way the sweeper will be able to put some algae into the feeder so that this little guy can eat. So need a conveyor here, and right here. I'm sure I got lots of algae down here. No, I probably picked it up all. Organic, 23 tons of algae. Where is it? I got 3 tons here. I got another 20, a little bit there. Okay. Printables. What we got? More Drecklet's eggs. So I already got lots of those. But I also think it's time for a new dupe. Doctoring, operating, digging, night owl. Cannot dig. Yeah, I don't like them. So let's go for the Drecklet eggs. Gonna sweep them. So I got collection of Drecklet's eggs here. In my last video, I had the little dumpster here that would leave the eggs in here. The problem is with all the printing pod that would give me eggs, I had 7 in here, and it made the area cramped for them, which would put their reproduction to 0. And since the idea is for them to pump as many eggs as possible and to eventually give me the glossy Dracos, the Dracos that gives me the plastic, so I want to have a good rotation, make sure that they pump eggs a lot. It's a percentage chance, so the more times I will roll the dice, the more chance I got to get the Dracos, the glossy Dracos. So 18%, 37. So we'll see if that happens, but that's the idea. So I'm gonna let them hatch here, and as they hatch, I will then raggle them, put them back into the stable. So that's the idea behind it. So all the eggs are here, so I got 10 of them now. Probably end up with many people Dracos just dying and feeding my dupes. So here's a receptacle. That's gonna be... Oh yeah, it picks up polluted dirt too. How can I get... Oh yeah, that's how I'm gonna make this happen. So on this one, I'm gonna build another one that will tie in up here. This one here is just gonna be polluted dirt. So all the polluted dirt dropped by the Paku is gonna pick up by the sweeper, sent to this one and this one. The idea is that it should not go. It should go this way. So I'm gonna cancel this. I'm gonna use a bridge. Where's it? Here. So the idea of the bridge is that it's gonna force the items to go in one direction. So force the item to go up into the chute. So where's the chute? Probably gonna need a new one. Just yeah. So yeah, like this will work better. And then I can just deconstruct this chute. And this one here, we said we want polluted dirt, which is under agriculture? No. Organic. There we go. And power. Okay. So next we want to bring the algae over here. So not sure where I'm gonna all my algae are stored. I got a lot of it. I just don't know where. So what I can do, I can start by filling up manually. So let's go back. Conveyor rails. Made it out of gold because we got lots of it. There. So I'm gonna use the sweepers to empty most of my storage bin into this line here. That's gonna be filled with algae. Priority 9 or 8 there. That's gonna mess up so many of the other things I have on board, but okay. So this is gonna get filled. Let's give it some power. I redid a little bit of the power circuit as well. Try to prevent it from overheating at all. So I got 3 sub-circuit that are powered by my coal generator. So it helps using the transformers to split it out, so you can use the small wires without fear of overheating your circuit, or overloading would be the proper term. There again. Make this happen. We'll also need a loader again, right here, and that one also will require power. Perfect. Already taken care of. Then we're just gonna say that this one here needs algae, and both of them reach it. And then the algae will make their way over here, and then this guy will feed the feeder. As long as the rails get built. So, am I running out of gold? Gold. Doesn't tell me how much I have. Refine. I barely got any. Oh, that's why. Let's go for 20. Okay, so I want organics, algae. Is there no algae anywhere in this? Oh, yes, that's true. So one thing, if you want things to move, you gotta work with the priorities. So all my boxes got a priority of 5 right now. This one also got a priority of 5, so the sweeper doesn't think that things need to move. So we're gonna increase the priority of the loader, and there we go. Algae, it's on his way. And so, is it all done? Yep. So it's coming down here. Hopefully we'll see it work. So let's get into the loader. Little Paku just ate it. He ate from the feeder. He's really happy. And lasts for a day. So one thing that I've read online is that since this boost lasts for a day, you don't need to feed him the whole 150. How much do they want? Paku. He says he wants to eat 140 kilograms. So that's a lot of algae every day. So that's one thing we could do is reduce the amount that gets stored in this, and get the sweeper to only turn on a small amount of time every day. So I'm gonna try this. Oh, and he died. So I want this one here to also take. So this guy died, this guy came in, so now this guy's gonna eat, so he's all happy. Wilderness is gonna drop, and soon enough he's gonna start reproducing. So I want everything that can be edible. So what I want I'll get an automation, take a clock sensor, and oh, feeder cannot be. How can we do that then? So I would need another loader, unless, oh, yeah, I see. I could put one loader all the way here, so it doesn't reach the feeder. So if I copy the feeder, I put it here, so I could have one sweeper that just takes care of, this one would just take care of the food, the eggs, and another one would pretty much just do the algae here. So yeah, let's try this. Deconstruct. And deconstruct this as well. Hurry up. So that'll be done. We can deconstruct this guy here. Another printable. What we got? Copper? Sure. Unless we got mouth breather. No science. Machinery. Really good operator. Decorating. Suit wearing. Yeah, I think it'll be time to start putting some good looking paintings into our base. So what I'm gonna say, I said I need a second sweeper that will have access to everything but the algae. This guy here. And just for them to be able to, because this one won't be able to pick up this in case there's an egg that gets dropped here. So I'll put the storage bin. This guy will put everything in storage bin. This guy will take the storage bin, put it in those two. There's theory behind it. Hopefully it works. So this is the receptacles at 5. We'll put this one at 6. We'll need power. Like this. I will need try a clock sensor, so it only turns on once a day for a very short amount of time. So this one I want you to take all. I can deconstruct these two little things. So it's not pretty, but hopefully it'll work. Let it run for a few cycles after the video, and in episode number 9 we'll be able to see what happens with our little Paku farm, see if it works. So just for reference, right now we got 3 guys here, and the idea is to have thousands and thousands. There's a clock sensor. So I want the clock sensor to be active for just a sliver. So 0.5. So every day it's going to be active for 0.5 seconds. Should be just enough for this guy to fill up the fish feeder. The fish feeder is only be able to take 1 kilogram of algae. Let's... Oops, no, I don't want this. There, so he did put algae in it. And now, active duration 0.5. Oh, these guys gonna try to go in. So I'm gonna lock the door instead. So now they can't get in to replenish it by hand. So I hope that'll work. So I'll let this run for a few cycles, and we'll be back on the next episode, and I'll be letting you know exactly how it went. So once again, if you enjoy those videos, please share them with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you can get notification of whenever the next one comes up. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.